Now let's get out of here.
You sure you don't need a bandage or something to stop the bleeding? You sure?
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Yeah, see, it's your ordeal.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises.
Oh, next time I'll take the blade with me and I'll release her.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Watch me. I won't make you do that.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to.
No, I'm not going to do this. I've been here set on a mission.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into.
I'm gonna start with two things. And the first of things is, like, yeah, I know in the last episode I was a bit, like, mean to the voice of, what was it? Like, to the first voice that I got. And I know I was mean, but I'm just gonna tell you I don't like that voice. So, I know this isn't meant as a joke, and that, you know, I take the series as a joke and that sort of stuff. Yeah, of course, always or Disturbance, the voice of Disturbance. Because, like, that voice really only wanted to fight, and I really don't like that, you know, it's like making that clear that's like, you know, the conflict in between, and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, and that sort of stuff. You know, and also, like, looking back at it, I don't know why I do this with my pregnant belly cam, because there is no keyboard. Normally, I do these types of things, you know, keyboard belly cam, because, well, I'm pregnant, and, you know, I'm the pregnant Vtuber, and that sort of stuff. And I don't know why I do them, but, you know, I don't know, might be fun. Second of all, if the quality of this video is worse than the last one, I do apologize in advance, but I realized yesterday that, ever since I updated OBS, or OBS had an update which required me to basically, how do you say it, which required me basically to update my graphics card. And ever since then I had some issues with, you know, recording, editing, and video content wise. And I always thought it was my graphics card, but I learned yesterday, thanks to Streamlabs OBS, that my recording profile was completely different, and that made a lot of sense. Basically, I think through the update, OBS automatically changed my recording profile, which caused the issues. Because it makes a lot of sense. Like, I always got, like, CPU overload and that sort of stuff, only in recordings, never in streaming. And to the gist of it, since I had a different profile, my CPU usage was way higher than normal. Because I was, like, recording Megamix Plus for Luca Missing Story, basically, and the same song with the same modules in the same, like, the same setting. Basically, I was recording Project Diva with the same modules, same song, in two different streaming softwares with the same programs open on the background. And Streamlabs kept below 10 CPU and OBS went up to like 40. So I was literally like wondering, and I figured it out. So if the quality is different, then I do apology in advance. I don't expect it, but you know, you never know. So yeah, and that were my two things. I do apologize for being a bit mean to the voice of Sturban, in case anyone wants it, but I thought it was a bit fun, you know, being a bit on the different side than normally you're used for me. Yeah, the Preggo the keyboard cams continue as they can, but like as you can see, I look pretty big. So, and yeah, if you don't know what this is basically Slay the Princess. And Slay the Princess is in a game, is a choose your own adventure story game. There is no wrong path, there is no wrong choice. Basically something like Shadows Overloading, or a better example is like the Stanley Parable. You know that game? I might should replay that. I don't know, have people seen Stanley Parable? That game was fun to play, and if people want, I can replay it. I try to find the endings again, and that sort of stuff. So yeah, like the Stanley Parable is a good example where this follows. And yeah, if you haven't seen the last two episodes, you highly recommend should, because it tells a lot of this.
You're on a path
basically
in the
thing.
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
You know what I want to do today? I want to free the princess. basically.
Princess.
Because we've been like,
You're here to slay her.
you know, we've been honest. We've been a dick,
Of the world.
and we turned around and ignored the narrator. We've tried to kill her. That ended up in demon mummy killing me and that sort of stuff. So now we're gonna do the opposite, what the narrator doesn't want me to do. I've always like explored this, and I want to know, do I get the reward?
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
What's my reward?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it.
Now I want to know my
It's a
reward.
special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better.
I want to know my reward.
Wildest imagination.
Can someone else do this?
You're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make
You're making the rules, well, know that.
but I don't.
This body doesn't look like green as it is. But that sort of stuff. He makes the rules, we all know it. You know, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job.
Yeah, let's always tell them. That's what I always tell
You
them.
make
Huh?
your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, she lies, she
She
manipulates.
will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
It feels like I've been through this loop of time like a few times already, you know? I wonder what voice we get
We're
today.
gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Hey. You know, I wonder what for like voice we get today.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Am I not the hero? Am I not supposed to listen to the own voices in my head? I do tell you, like, that I have a lot of voices in my head, and sometimes, like, they have a nice conversation. And, well, there is only one way to get expert advice, and that's from yourself. Take that in consideration. Take that into consideration.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and
Where's the mirror?
floor
I want the mirror.
painted in a fine layer
Stupid
of
thing.
dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You know, I'm gonna enter the basement without.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
I still wonder
This
what
is
they're
an
up like this.
impressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
No, there's no one here. What are you talking about? I'm not here.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah, I don't care. Hi.
Hi, stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
I don't think you want me down there. Believe me. I don't think you want.
You walk down the stairs.
Aw,
and
look how
find
cute she
the
is.
Princess. There's
Don't
a
you think
heavy
she's
chain
cute?
around her wrist,
I think she's
binding
cute.
her to the far wall of the basement.
She looks so innocent and cute, don't you think? Why would a person even want to slay her?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to
You
anyone?
know, I'm always step ahead, voice of
I
Taylor.
am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Is it?
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I forgot that part.
Okay.
I mean, a talk can't hurt, woman, right? If I'm the first person you've seen in the world, have you been into no drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Nou, how are you were supposed to alive then, huh?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but
You shut up. I'm doing my job here, okay? I'm making content, and if I want to know how she lives,
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
yeah,
She has to eat, right?
yeah. You know what we should do? I want to know what you... Yeah, I know what you wanted to let her out of here.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to
What do I want to hear?
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
You want to be free or not? Give me $10.
It's not like you'd believe me.
I give you a chance. You know, I've been rude. I've come here, and you've punched me to death, and that sort of stuff. I give you a chance to be honest, and you don't take that. Okay. Okay.
You're only making this more difficult.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You won't? Okay.
You're making a huge mistake.
I'm making a huge mistake by listening to you. Last time I listened to him, by killing her, and I ended up fighting a demon mummy. I'm getting stepped on. I still think if people see that episode, the people are... You know where this is going.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, Preggo.
Put the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, sorry.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in
I think they did, it's a fantasy story. Lying upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Yeah, you won't go anywhere.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Of course you're doing this, huh?
Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess. And you won't leave.
Okay, listen, narrator, listen. We're gonna have an adult conversation. Even if I would be here to slay the princess, which I'm not, because I'm gonna free her this time. You locked the only door to my only chance to kill her, because I need the pristine blade in your words. So, without that pristine blade, I won't be able to do the job. So.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier.
Hey, you gotta give me the chance again to take it, so shut up. Hey, if I'm here supposed to do the task and I don't take it the first time, I'm gonna go back up to take it the second time, Wouldn't you allow me to do it? No, let's lock the door up, so Elise doesn't allow to let the princess free.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, the mess you make me.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
You look so innocent.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
No. Save the princess.
Fine.
Screw you.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged...
I tried to kill her last time, in the last episode. Just watch how that goes with Demon Mummy, as I said.
Chain binding her.
Look over the baby pussy eyes. Wait, that's never a good sign, eh? This is never a good sign because there are like baby pussy eyes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours.
Yeah, you need a bandage for that?
Wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
You need a bandage, or?
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Wouldn't you be bothered if I cut your arm off? Like...
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You sure you don't need a bandage or something to stop the bleeding? You sure?
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Now see, it's your ordeal.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises.
Oh, next time I'll take the blade with me and I'll release her.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Watch me. I won't make you do that.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to.
No, I'm not going to do this. I've been here set on a mission.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her
Well,
heart.
next time I'll take the blade and release her.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist.
No, I'm going to resist you.
Get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
Ask nicely.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We all know what happened when I tried to kill her last time.
We both know this isn't you.
I know.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm playing a game called Slay the Princess.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Wait, what are you doing?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
This is what happens after I try to free you.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
You know, this is what happens after I try to free you. You just plunge a knife into my pregnant ass.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Yeah, I've doomed you. And I'm happy with that.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain.
Ow, that hurts. Please no more. Ow.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Is this what happens when you rescue someone? They just take your knife, which you, like in their fairness, like in their defense, I cut off their limb to free them, you know, and I've been possessed by some crazy narrate. But does this happen when you try to be heroic? No, and try to save people? They just take the blade you saved them with and just be like, step, 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 step.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice.
No, you made my choice.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Hey, listen, the first time it didn't work out, and the second time I'm not doing it either.
You're here to slay her.
No. No,
If
I'm
you
not.
don't, it will be the end of the world. My trick?
Yeah, I know.
What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
No, we didn't.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
No.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
God. I have a British, sneaky, loving voice in my head. You can hear it talk, people. He's lost the princess so much and we need to rescue her. You know, like the good gentleman we are. Or woman. Like the good gentlewoman we are.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
The four of us. It is me, the hero, the smitten, and then... Yeah, okay, that's the four of us.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Wow.
What can I say? A world without love is a world.
It's like a Shakespeare.
Saving.
A Shakespeare voice.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's
You
what
know,
it takes to get
yeah.
moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't
No,
listen.
I died because of you.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that.
Mark my words, I will rescue her, and her love will be together.
I beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
And if I don't have the common sense to ignore your protestations, what then? Then you're doomed, eh?
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
point of doing
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
That's true.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free
Yeah,
to
indeed.
me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I go for the time rewind option.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I don't
Do you
know.
think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't think she would left. You slammed the door shut in the cabin, so I think she's still in the basement.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Okay, you know, maybe this voice is not the right choice.
Convoluted. I don't know how this
you know,
could be any more simple. Princess
You know,
bad,
lore-wise,
save
you know, my poly life is like, I have like 5 partners. Like, I have Lisa, Anna, Miku, Jack, and Lilia. Do I say that correctly? Did I? I have a lot of partners, I forgot. That is my Luca missing story. Yeah, I have Miku, Anna, Jack, Lilia, and Lisa, basically. So I have 5 partners, so I should be immune to this, but even in a poly life where someone goes out of the top of their head, you know, to be like, oh, I will love her and I will rescue all from us, your devil's villain, that he'd be like, eh. You know, I'm not gonna tell you. As you can see, I'm not against love, because I think, like, I think out of all things, this is, you know, the best way a human, at least in your world, seems to show that you love someone, starting a family with someone. Or that's what I've learned from my travels, that humans like to start families with the one they love, or after a while they don't love each other anymore. But they say pregnancy is the ultimate sign of love, but you know, over the top love, like I don't mind that if you're two together, like that you kiss each other until like the whole bed is wet. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, if you do that in public, yeah. Let's talk about the princess.
About it.
The only reason she was ever able to kill me last time because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How was that supposed to end the world?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods.
No, I don't want to know who.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this.
No, we're special.
It's because
You know, I'm special because I travel worlds. I have like godly powers because of this stupid mark on my boobs and that sort of stuff. But
if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
they're called the prophecy. Hey, that sounds familiar. Prophecies.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
By pure chance.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Shut up, you.
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you.
You know, on the other hand, I think Smitten is like, yeah, you know, I think, like what I've seen from my most travels on this world, and I sort of thought that a lot of humans, if you like do over the top love in public, that they go like, where, you know, what, like, but like, that this voice, hates the narrator hates that voice. No, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and watch the show. You know, yeah, she can barely hold a knife.
Just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that
I am not trusting you.
and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task.
I don't trust you, that's the problem.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out.
And I think she's gonna find a way out with this
Just the way
change.
it is.
Oh, she, like, is that how she goes down and then she eats her arm off, you know? It's like a werewolf, and then escapes.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation.
No, I wanna know more.
More difficult.
I wanna know more.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to
No, I
take
won't
me at
take
my
you,
word.
no.
Great. A warning. She will lie.
Yeah, cheat, manipulate, yeah. We know the deal by now.
From slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Now, I've been, like, out of the 4 or 5 recent years, I've been 3 years pregnant. 3 to 4. And, you know, I think, like, out of those 3, like, I thought I've seen everything with being so long pregnant and that sort of stuff. But, I think this guy is a bit over the top. You know, I thought I was much with being 3 to 4 years pregnant, in, like, or in the recent 5 years being 3 to 4 pregnant, you know? That's basically like 60 to 80%. But this guy? Nah.
Sure, yeah.
Your passions are strong, we know. We know you're in
Everyone
love.
wants to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Indeed.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Is the cabin different besides the mirror?
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal.
I can see a village from here.
The only furniture of note.
Do you
is
think
a
the people will know that the cabin is here?
with a pristine blade perched.
It looks
outside.
like...
The blade is your implement.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a village.
You want to do this right.
It looks like another cabin. Or 2, or 3. Oh, did you say something? I was not paying attention.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Yeah, we know. You don't see a wall, we do see a mirror.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
If would that mind if my hair was not right?
very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Yeah, we know. You're only paying attention to the princess.
That's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Yeah, that's what you
So
think.
Focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Do I take the blade? No, I don't take the blade. No. I don't take it. You can
The
make
door
me.
to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell.
Ah, I'm on fire.
Trimmed
Ah!
carpet glimmers in the light of torches positioned along the walls.
Why doesn't go off?
The
So
basement
fire do
almost
something.
seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
I can blow out these torches, guys. I can blow them out. I'm on fire, guys. I'm heat. It's warm here.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I can hear wedding bells already.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Like smitten. I know. I like you because you hate the narrator, but like, by someone hearing someone's voice is not a reason to marry them directly.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs.
Yeah,
and
she
lock
looks
eyes
different.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She looks more like a princess. Did she change? I think she changed, right?
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Would you like to hear his spirit? Or their spirit?
Spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Okay, calm down, lover boy.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
So, now you believe me, huh?
And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right.
Oh, I can make her escape this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yeah, you killed me last time.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No. I know I lashed out with a blade against her and that sort of stuff. Oh, you didn't want me to kill you. Oh, sorry. you know, that you're like immortal and that sort of stuff and have extra lives. That doesn't matter, but sorry for killing you lately.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
No, I don't agree.
She
I don't
is our
agree.
beloved, and she
I don't
made
agree,
the choice
Smitten.
to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I'll manipulate you. I didn't bring it out. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
It's a bit
She
weird.
didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
And I know what I should find words. Is love for her, you know, or her not minding that I cut her arm off again.
Right, it's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
You know, how would I slay her without a blade?
You died, and now we're talking.
What happened after I died? You know, the cabin was different and that sort of stuff. Oh, you died and now we're talking again. Okay.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
I don't know.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to
I
make
feel
us
so-
happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her.
She's so innocent. She's so innocent.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Yeah, honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague. Now you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. It is either, no, I don't want it. You know, I have mixed feelings about the world, but no, sometimes I think a reset button on the world is better for the world.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Yeah, thank you, huh?
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you. Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
Ah, what you're talking about, I was not listening.
You've seen her angelic face. She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy.
By destroying the world.
I don't think she destroyed the world, I think she set us to make us happy.
Apparently, yes.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
No?
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
You know how she feels like now? She feels like that friend of yours that's always supportive, always says to do your best, you know, and never can be like mad, sad, angry, or that sort of stuff. No, it's always, you should do what you want, I'm happy for you. If that makes you happy, yeah, sure, do it. I will be always here to support you, you know? It's just like
I
that.
took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Perfect doesn't exist.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
about
think
that.
he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Like you did last time.
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life.
Hey. Calm down, lover boy.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop?
Look. I don't want my, like, I know I have voices in my head and that sort of stuff, but I don't want the world to end because your lover boy has like such strong feelings that he goes like.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Oh, look how innocent she looks.
Shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ain't no problem, huh?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Yeah, I tried to do that in the last episode, and, you know, that didn't work so well.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt.
Why don't we need to end the world? We just can leave the basement and live happy after.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Yes, I've doubted you several times.
I
But
think
you're not
I
the
want
truth.
to leave, and I think
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Yeah, because you're not a reliable source of information, so shut up.
We've been over this one. I do want to end the world. I just want to make you happy.
That should not make me unhappy. But in the journey you met me, you can base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy. I just want to make you happy. I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
All and they lived happily ever after. It's all she wanted. It's all she wanted. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returned.
She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Nah, it won't be.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Now we can happily live after all. After all. I want to just make you happy. I just want to make you happy. I just want to make you happy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be okay.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward her gong once again. The mirror always makes him leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withered. You've withered. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
End of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Is that so be it? Is that so be it? How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Do I have brilliant contours? Oh, I know, I'm big and round. I don't have contours, I'm not... Yeah, whatever.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. Nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart.
Huh.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I want to say this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Yeah, what then? Now you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Where are many foreign vessels we need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
I think you figured out what you will when we finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you. The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I wonder what happens if they did? Raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into your space, your body should be even nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Waar is waar attack her? You will cut across sentry in front of you, but nothing
My
happens.
roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay, fine, you win. Curiosity got the better of me. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the deconstruct Demeso to her. A pillable heart.
On a path, you're here.
Yeah. We're here to, you know... I have to say, this path was interesting. Well, this is it for this episode. I don't think the quality of was worse and that sort of stuff. Why does it sound like a Discord sound call? I'm not in a Discord call, right? Am I? No. Huh. But yeah, this was the Slay Princess episode 3. If you liked what you saw, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. If you want to see any of the previous episodes, make sure to check out the outro playlist on the left. In case you don't know who I am, I'm not speculation, pregnant, poly, Vtuber, transco, if that was not present from the video and that sort of stuff. I do a lot of Let's Plays on my channel, but I primarily focus on Project Diva and Horror. If you want to join my Discord, check out the bottom of my video description. In there you'll find a link tree. In my link tree is my link to all my socials, from my Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, to my other YouTube channels, to my Twitch, and my Discord, and my Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon that I shouted out earlier in the video, make sure to check that out. And with that, I'm going to say happy 2025, a bit late, but when I start recording, it's like almost New Year's, as you can see with like the date, Monday, 30 December. Yeah, and with that, I might say, I hope you all have an amazing day. I hope you all have an amazing week. If you don't want to miss a future episode, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell, or join the Discord down below in my link tree, as I said earlier. And with that, have a wonderful week, a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!